Hey guys, Taco G here, back on DiamondFIre. I've tried this twice before, and I keep messing up with the same thing. I keep ending the recording and starting a new one instead of pressing the pause button like I'm supposed to. Okay, so today we're going to be going over variables. I swear I said I'd do something different in this episode, but we're going over variables. So real quick, low down. As you can see here, this is the same variable. You'd probably think otherwise because they have different things in front of them. What do these things even mean? So %default detects whoever is the last player. No. I'm getting confused already. %default detects whoever ran the player event. So if I had player join, %default would detect only the person who joined if I were to do something to some other player at some point. If I had, let's say, damage player, it would detect the person who damaged another player because they're the person who started the event. %player detects the last player to be done something with in the line. So unlike default player, it can be changed throughout the line. So %default. So in the join, let's say at first it was like send message %default. Then it would say, whoever. And I set this to all players. It would say the name of the person, or it would say the %default for the person who joined. But if I were to do it for all %player punch, it would say the name of the person who got the message's punch score and not the person who joined, because they were the last person it was run on. Like every single person would get a different message because everyone would have a different value for this variable. So, like let's say I just said their name, then it would be all like it would give the player their own name. If it were %default, then it would give the name of the person who joined. So you gotta remember that when you do stuff. Then there's three more. There's where's my book? Here it is. There is %killer, damager, and victim. They target exactly who it sounds like. Damager is the person who dealt damage in the event. Killer is the person who killed someone in the event. And victim is the person who got hurt or died in the event. So, yeah, now we know everything. So, everything about everything. So, now on join, we're just going to give stun punch. Today we're going to be making a stun punch thing. It's not one punch, it's a stun punch. Stun punch! Okay, so now we want them to be, it's an ability. It's not like, oh, I have this item, I'm going to punch someone with it and it's going to stun them. No, you got to actually use that mess. So when player right click, if they are actually holding stun punch, then we're going to do two things. We're going to do a player action. It's going to send a message. It's just going to say power stun punch ready so that they know that they, have the stun punch ready. And then we're going to do one more thing with a parry. So we're going to take %player punch. See how I use %player here. It doesn't matter what I use as long as either %player or %default. So I guess it does matter what I use, but I can use either one since the last player to be targeted is the person who wants to start the event. So it's safe. %player punch, we're just going to set it to stun. So now, it's different than something else. When, you got to remember, if you try to, what just happened? I somehow managed to break this, but I actually pressed the pause button this time instead of stop. That's good. So, but you gotta remember, if you use a variable, let's say you use like a variable that you haven't set to any value yet, it's going to be 0. So if you're detecting a variable that you haven't named anything yet, and let's say you're seeing if it's 0, it's going to be true. If you're saying is it 1, it's going to be false because every variable starts out at 0 before it gets set to something. So, oh, my throat hurts. My God. 5-minute coughing fit. It was actually like 10 seconds, but So now we have the variable punch for this player set to stun, and they know that they have their stun ready. So now we want to actually make sure that they actually hit somebody. So player damage player, we're going to say if player, wait a second. Do you guys see anything about variables in here? I don't think so either. And I kind of hinted at what we're going to use just by putting it in my inventory. If variable. If variable. It's exactly what it sounds like. If a variable is either equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, then it will do whatever's inside the pistons. Else, it'll do whatever's inside these pistons. Of course, else can also be used with if player and if entity. We'll get into if entity later. I mean, it doesn't. I don't really use it that much. Just kidding, yeah, I do, but only for certain things. But I'll show you what that's going to be used for later. Now, if variable %default stun. Wait a second. Yeah. No, it doesn't even matter. We'll just use %player again because I only have 1% default right now. I could clone it, but I don't feel like it. So, if the person who hit somebody else has stun ready, then we're just going to real quick give a potion effect of slowness for 5 seconds to whoever just got hit. You just got hit. You better go. You just got hit.com. So, not sponsored, just saying. Hashtag not sponsored. But now we don't want them to keep having the stun ready because we're never setting this stun punch, the punch variable back to something other than stunning. So every time they punch someone, it's going to give them stun. So now we're just going to take %default because the %player would detect the victim, and then it would give them a punch of nothing. And the person who hit them would keep stunning them over and over. But %default punch, we're just going to set to none. So this way, whoever hit somebody and stunned them is going to not have that stun anymore. So yeah, it's going to be cool stuff. Oh god! Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have. Actually, that's it. You know, there's nothing else for me to do. So now if I go into mode play, see I have this stun punch. If I punch somebody, which I don't have anybody to punch, it would not do anything. It would just have combat. If I were to right click first, power, stun punch ready, I can do this forever. Then next time I punch somebody, it'll stun them. So you guys can test this out for yourself. It works. I know because I literally just copied it from one of my other games. Actually, real quick, let me do something. Nah, I take it back. I'm not actually gonna do it. I'm too lazy. I don't want to be all like, for the second time, be all like, you know, hey, can you help me for this video? And then nobody respond for like 5 minutes. That's what happened last time. But my faithful DiamondFIre people. Oh, he just got warned. He was swearing. I couldn't see it though. I have my channel local, so I think I'm glad. But these people are going to do great things. We're going to make games, and we're going to use variables. Variables are extremely useful. And I'll see you guys later. Everybody should watch my videos. Wait, what? I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that in chat. Crap. Recording. Say hi. Yeah, because everyone should do that all the time. Okay, guys. Bye.